When most people think of psychopaths, images of cold-blooded killers or master manipulators come to mind. Characters like Hannibal Lecter, Anton Chigurh, or even Patrick Bateman in American Psycho dominate popular imagination. But psychopaths aren't just villains, they are philosophical puzzles. They force us to ask, what does it mean to live without empathy, guilt, or moral constraint? And what does that say about morality itself? Psychopathy is characterized by emotional detachment, shallow affect, fearlessness, and calculated behavior. Unlike sociopaths, psychopaths are often highly organized and capable of blending into society. They can charm, manipulate, and plan crimes with precision, all while feeling little to no emotional connection to their victims. Philosophically, this raises a profound question. If morality relies on empathy, can a psychopath ever truly act immorally, or are they simply operating under a different set of rules? Consider Aristotle, who believed human flourishing depends on virtue and social relationships. In this framework, the psychopath is almost alien, someone who lacks the emotional tools needed to participate fully in society, yet who can still appear successful, even admired. To Aristotle, this detachment might prevent the psychopath from achieving true eudaimonia or human flourishing. Nietzsche, on the other hand, would likely view the psychopath through a radically different lens. If morality is a social construct used to control the weak, then the psychopath's disregard for conventional ethics could be seen as a rejection of the herd. They operate outside societal constraints, following their own will to power. Yet Nietzsche might critique the psychopath for failing to channel this freedom into creation or higher purpose, leaving only destruction in their wake. Immanuel Kant would see psychopaths as a direct violation of reason. For Kant, every rational being has a duty to treat others as ends, not means. The psychopath, who uses others purely for personal gain, fundamentally violates this imperative. John Stuart Mill, the utilitarian, would focus on the consequences. The suffering inflicted by the psychopath's actions marks them as immoral, regardless of their internal experience or lack of empathy, such as underactive amygdalae or impaired emotional processing contribute to psychopathic behavior. How responsible are psychopaths for their actions? Are they inherently evil, or simply wired differently? Philosophers like Sartre might argue that freedom still exists. Even without empathy, psychopaths make choices that define who they are. Their essence is created through action, and moral accountability remains. Psychopaths also force us to confront the fragility of moral systems. If morality depends on shared emotional experience, then the existence of people who can manipulate, harm, or deceive without remorse exposes the limitations of our ethical frameworks. They act as mirrors, revealing how much our social contracts rely on unseen psychological assumptions. In pop culture and history, high-functioning psychopaths, leaders, con artists, even corporate figures show how detachment and manipulation can be both destructive and superficially successful. They embody the tension between human potential and human morality, making us question whether our ethical systems are universal truths or social agreements we participate in by habit. Ultimately, the philosophy of psychopathy is a study in contrast between morality and detachment, emotion and calculation, society's rules and the individual's will. Psychopaths unsettle us because they operate outside the moral codes we depend on, forcing us to ask uncomfortable questions about what it really means to be human.